Yeah, I see the title, man. Let's get to it.
LeBron James is already in mid-season form, not even a month into this, his 21st NBA season. Remember last we saw him in the 2023 NBA playoffs. He was doing what he does best, namely choking in the playoffs, where LA was in a tight West Final Series against Denver with LeBron.
Nah, he did do that though. He did. You know, from that last shot, you know, definitely did, and he wasn't playing too well. You understand? So, you know,
every chance he had in that series, breaking the game-tying 3 with 45 seconds left in Game 1, missing this layup that would have made it a 2-point game with 30 seconds left in Game 2, and this potential game winner in Game 4 that hit the side of the backboard. No, make no mistake, the Lakers weren't outmatched against the Nuggets. They just couldn't overcome the latest gagging exploits of their self-proclaimed GOAT in the fourth quarters.
That one right there made me the greatest player of all time.
Where for that series against the Nuggets in the fourth, he shot just 7 of 23, good for 30% from the field, and in what has been his MO for his entire career, he was even worse in clutch time for the series. 3 of the 4 games of that series were a 1-possession game with under 2 minutes to play, and the Lakers won.
It was close. I remember these games. It was close. It was close, man. It was there. It was right there.
And none of them, with LeBron shooting 0 for 3 in those situations and scoring exactly 0 points.
0.0.
And ultimately, it was another sweep for the Broom King. But he blasted out of the gates in Game 1 of this 2023-2024 season, getting boat raced again by Denver just where he left off last year. And check this shot out in the opener from this season, looking eerily similar to that game-winning attempt in Game 4 last season. But after the game, despite the loss, as always, LeBron was impressed with himself.
I mean, listen, at the end of the day, we didn't win, but I think for me, my performance and what I did in the
Nah, Brian. What? I'm surprised they didn't make this a big headline. Yo, it's like, come on, bro. You can't be even talking like that. You gotta know.
I was out there. I think I was productive.
And why not? He is in mid-season form and playing like he's 28, not 38, as he is shooting 45 of 57 on dunks and layups, good for 79% from 3 feet and into the basket in this early season, while he's shooting just 26 of 70 for 37% outside of 3 feet, which is right on his career average from that distance. LeBron's minuscule bag truly is timeless, as is his penchant for insufferable self-aggrandizing. And LeBron was at that again recently as well, telling ESPN that he'd still be as dominant if he never joined the Heat.
This was crazy. This is crazy. We watched a video, react to a video on this topic probably yesterday or 2 days ago at this point. Brown was off the whatever, you know, lost his marbles. Like, come on, bro.
Without 2011, LeBron then took to his X account to clarify those comments, saying, quote, "You damn right I would still be. I'm chosen. Ain't nothing changing that. Maybe less rings, but dominant from start to finish." 21 years in, and LeBron still hasn't learned the ultimate goal of this sport is winning championships. And that the one thing that has stopped his quest of becoming the GOAT is that he's only ripped 4 titles in 20 years, despite playing by and large in a preposterously weak conference with stacked super teams. But remember, LeBron was 7 years into his NBA career before he sat down in that Boys and Girls Club in Greenwich, Connecticut for a 75-minute ESPN special to announce the decision, which subsequently burned the NBA to the ground for an entire decade, ushering in player empowerment, collusion, and super team building that destroyed the competitive balance of the entire sport. But as bad as the decision was for the NBA and the sport of basketball, it was unquestionably the right move for LeBron James. Because without that move, James might possibly have no rings at all. Certainly, he would have less. And it's nice to see LeBron admit as much in his recent tweet. Of course, at the time, the media's obsession with their anointed chosen one and self-proclaimed king had already escalated to full-fledged love affair, as they had just given LeBron his second consecutive league MVP award in the 2010 NBA season. And LeBron did have the best record in the NBA that year for the second consecutive season. And for the second consecutive season, he predictably flamed out in the playoffs, while the true best player in the world, Kobe Bryant, was winning his fourth and fifth titles against the very teams that ended MVP LeBron's seasons. And Dwayne Wade himself, in
the Celtics, right? Yeah, it's the Celtics
table discussion, admitted to contacting LeBron about a possible team-up the moment Kobe Bryant won that fifth title in 2010.
I remember cutting my TV off as soon as Kobe ran and grabbed that ball. I was like,
you like, nah, we gotta make some moves. We gotta make some moves. We make it be Wade. Nah, got it.
All right. That was our summer free agency. They were dominating. Like, Kobe was winning all these rings. I was like, wait, hold on. Now he got 5 and we got 1?
So we saw, in that span of time, 2 models presented for winning titles. The Celtics team up in 2007-2008 when 3 guys who couldn't win on their own teamed up, and the Kobe model in 2009 and 2010 to accept every challenge without taking the easy way out. Something that has driven and defined all of the great winners throughout history. And of course, LeBron, in a fit of sheer desperation, had the epiphany that he could never win the way Kobe and mostly every other all-time great player had. So he hit that podium in the Boys and Girls Club in Connecticut, and one day later, along with Wade and Chris Bosh, would rise up out of the ground during a goddamn smoke show just before LeBron guaranteed.
Nah, it's gotta be funny narrating this shit, bro. He be funny narrating
goddamn this shit. Smoke show just before LeBron guaranteed 8 rings in a Heat uniform.
Not 5, not 6,
this was
not 7.
Crazy.
And honestly, this was an easy guarantee to make, as in LeBron's final year in his first stint with the Cleveland Cavaliers, the 2009-2010 season, 10 of the 15 All-NBA players selected that season were in the Western Conference. Players like Kobe Bryant, Kevin Durant, Dirk Nowitzki, Tim Duncan, Carmelo Anthony, Amari Stoudemire, and Steve Nash. The top 2 players by far in the East at that time were first-team All-NBA members Dwayne Wade and LeBron James. James teamed up with the other best player by far in the much weaker conference. I mean, what realistically did anyone think was going to happen here? Despite this team hilariously somehow failing to win the championship in 2 of their 4 years together, the Heat were, unsurprisingly, able to win the title twice, and LeBron was, unsurprisingly.
Like, this is just a bad look, bro. Why are you getting carried off the court like that? You know? Even Mike at the flu game, my boy just leaning on Scotty's shoulder. He just leaning. You know what I'm saying? He's still gonna walk out, though, on his own 2 feet. You understand? Like, this is crazy, bro. This is crazy. You got your legs up. Fuck, nigga.
Able to win the title twice, and LeBron was finally on the board with a couple of stolen mercenary rings. And we have known it for years that he was bullied by the Celtics at the time, and primarily the legend of Kobe Bryant, not to mention the ghost of Michael Jordan, into finding a way to steal some cheap rings, because it was always obvious he never could and never would be able to win them the right way. Something LeBron himself has finally admitted.
That's this joint, y'all. Oh, ad popping up. Let me end the joint fast. Click on the last reaction, turn on post notifications. Like the video, comment, subscribe. I'm out of here.